by telling you a little bit about the Daphne facilities we have at Southampton, or I should say we will have at Southampton in the near future. Something that some of you may be aware of is the Daphne Hardware Fund, which is a key part of the Central Daphne facility. And the idea of this fund was to help universities maximise the impact of the Daphne investments for their research and teaching, that should say, not at, apologies. So there was a sort of competitive bidding process for this, and the University of Southampton were allocated funding from the Hardware Fund for a range of equipment. So this falls into two main categories. So the first bit of equipment we have got is a data center for the National Infrastructure Laboratory, which is designed to link that laboratory to the Central Daphne facility. So what the data center will do is it will provide local storage for the data produced by various high fidelity structural tests in the laboratory. And there's then the potential to use Daphne to work with that data to integrate and process and share both that data and the outputs that are produced using it. And I believe that facility should be up and running very soon if it isn't already. And then the second, actually larger part of the hardware that is being put in place at Southampton is quite a sophisticated virtual reality facility. So this will be a suite of different hardware to facilitate transport and engineering research on Boulderwood campus. So there's a combination here of various personal virtual reality technology along with a larger room scale virtual environment, and this will be located on the ground floor in the lab space in building 176. So the idea here is that we can obtain data from the Central Daphne facility to use as the basis for virtual reality simulations. We can then undertake those simulations with participants, with research subjects at Boulderwood, and this will then generate data sets which can be sent back to the Central Daphne facility for analysis and visualization using the various computational assets you've already heard about. So this has been a bit delayed by COVID, like many things, but it is now currently under construction. And I'll just briefly run through the kind of equipment we've got. So first of all, in terms of personal technology, we've got two sets of headsets. So first of all, virtual reality headsets in the form of HTC Vive devices. And secondly, a set of augmented reality headsets in the form of Microsoft HoloLens. And I won't explain any more about what these are for now, but you can easily find them online if you're interested in exactly what these things look like. And then the final piece of technology we've got is a very high resolution holographic display, the Looking Glass 8K screen, quite a sophisticated piece of equipment for creating holographic representations of pretty much anything you want. So these will be hosted alongside a virtual reality room effectively, and have the potential to be used within that room. So what we're building is a virtual reality cube which will provide an immersive environment for experiments to take place. So this includes all-round HD projection, high quality surround sound, and as I've said, there is the potential for this to be used alongside the augmented reality technology, so that you could be wearing one of the HoloLens headsets while also within this virtual reality immersive environment. So the idea here is that we can use this facility to generate very realistic high definition simulations of complex and dynamic real world situations of various kinds, to allow us to carry out experiments with participants that would either be infeasible or too dangerous or too expensive to take place in the real world. And we do have, as you may well know, quite a substantial track record at Southampton of research into the relationships between humans and engineered systems. And the virtual room will hopefully enable this research to be taken to a new level. So, for example, we've got a lot of research looking at transport human factors. So maybe we could look at using this facility to assess the human factors of big data and resources and process management associated with the operation of infrastructure like large-scale traffic management systems, air traffic management, or energy distribution, or kind of the security and risk management of infrastructure assets. So a lot of potential applications here, but as this is very new, we're still thinking this through. So if this is something that you think you might be interested in using in your research or in a proposal you're developing, if you get in touch either with myself or with Ben Waterson, who's coordinating the development of the VR room, then we'd be happy to talk to you more about how this could be applied for your research. But in the interest of time, I will stop there. So I'll hand back to you, Marion. Thank you.